Hi, I'm Beaker with Military Broadcast Radio TV. We're your virtual MWR, bringing veterans radio, podcasts, gaming, animation, 3D printing, and a community that never leaves you behind. Download our Roku or mobile app today.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome to Man Talk 133, another powerful episode of Man Talk 133, where Man Talk 133, where men unite. I need to slow down, y'all. Welcome everybody to the show, y'all. Make sure y'all check out all of my platforms, Instagram, Man Talk 133, Facebook, Us Talking, Spotify, Us Man Talk 133, iHeart, Pandora, Man Talk 133. So just check out all other platforms, you know. So tonight, so let me start out like this. So I went on a show last night. Shout out to the Eagle's Nest. Shout out to Brother Shatan, Apostle Shatan, and Apostle Ty for having me on. I appreciate that. Thank y'all for having me on the show. So I went on this show last night, and I, got a different perspective of Man Talk 133 and how it is growing in the social media space, and also growing in just the men space, right? So many people now are paying attention to Man Talk 133. So I want to come on tonight to talk about men in ministry. So tonight it's not about putting women down. It's about us calling men up into their place, rightful place of where they should be, right? So the kingdom of God has never ever stopped needing men, ever. It always has needed men, kingdom men, like fathers, husbands, teachers, servants, protectors, prayer warriors, and yes, men can be prayer warriors. Intercessory prayers and not prayers. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, gosh, I can't get it out, y'all. Listen, y'all know what I'm saying. Intercessory prayer warriors. There you go. So, but today the church has become filled with women faithfully carrying the responsibilities that men are supposed to carry, right? So this tonight again we're going to talk about men in the ministry, the crisis nobody wants to talk about. So tonight I'm asking, where are the men? And even more importantly, how do we get them back? So tonight is not about guilt, but it's about purpose. So the scriptures say in Genesis 2:15, the Lord God took man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work and keep it. Notice this: before Eve, before children, before ministry, God gave Adam an assignment. Purpose always comes before position. Ephesians 6:10-18. I mean, you got to go read all that and write all that down, but it talks about the armor of God, the armor of God. So Paul in this particular scripture he wasn't writing about passive men. He was talking about, he described soldiers, kingdom men fight spiritually. Don't put in the whole armor of God, helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, have your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, all of that. He was talking about men, kingdom men fighting spiritually, right? Stick with me. I'm going somewhere. I promise you I am. 1 Corinthians 6:13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men, be strong. right? Modern translation: be watchful, stand firm, act like men, be strong, right? So tonight, like I said, it's not about bashing men. I promise you it's not. It's about trying to get men in a position where they could be kingdom men. That's why we're talking about men in ministry tonight. So this is God's original design for men. God created man not simply to just exist, but to represent him. Now, he gave men 5 assignments. 5 assignments is what God gave men. The first one was a provider, not just merely money, not going out making as much money as you can make. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not what he's talking about. But to provide peace, security, leadership, and prayer. These are the things men are supposed to be doing in their homes. Outside of going out, well, I go out and I work and I pay all these bills around here. Great. But do you provide security? Do you provide leadership? Do you pray? These are some of the things, do you provide peace, or you're just a troublemaker? As soon as you walk through the garage door open, everybody in the house climb up. There he go. Whole house. I know he is. You know what I mean? So do you provide all of these? The next one is protector. See, Adam fell because he stayed silent. The serpent spoke. Adam watched. Sometimes silence is sin. If you're quiet, you're complacent. You're agreeing with what someone is doing. See, he didn't do anything at all. He watched as the serpent came in and did what he wanted to do, right? With Eve. Priest. You are the first pastor in every home. You, the father, should be the priest, the pastor of your home, not the TV, not social media. So you got to set that tone of how you're going to be as the priest of your home, how you're going to lead your home, how you're going to guide, how you're going to put restraints on social media for your kids, how much TV they watch, or even how much TV you watch. You could be sitting there binging on TV. I don't know. And they trying to look for you for leadership. And hey, if they see you over there chilling with your feet up, guess what they're going to do? Chill with their feet up. So you got to be the priest of your home. Set the tone with prayer and all these different things. Going to church, making sure that you are representing God the right way, right? Prophet. Speaking God's truth over your family. Not being a fortune teller and getting the little crystal balls and doing all this stuff like that. And just with the crystal balls, I shook it up and the little thing flowed up to the top and it said this. No, not at all. Speaking life, like over your kids. You are successful. You are powerful. You are God's man or woman. You are, you're destined to be great. Even speak it over your wife, like, hey, you know what? Listen, you are destined to do great things. You will do great things. Speaking these things over your wife and kids makes a big difference. Because if you don't do that, how they gonna know what they are? If they not hearing it from you, and then they may not hear from church, they may not hear from the people, that they surround themselves around, because they may not be Christian people, all the way in Christian people. Get what I'm saying? They may be Christian, they may be like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, they may be lukewarm, is what I'm saying. So you got to make sure you do that too. A servant leader. Jesus washed feet of his disciples. So to the men, leadership isn't about power. It's about responsibility. How responsible are you? Are you responsible for your kids' well-being? Are you responsible for their growth? Are you responsible for, how they do in school, how they do on their jobs, or you condone them going to their job, fussing out the boss, fussing out the customers, cussing folk out, throwing drinks at people, and then having their friends record it and think it's the funniest thing in the world. So what are you? Your servant leader or what? I mean, leadership ain't about power. You know, Jesus was the ultimate leader, and he still washed the disciples' feet. So keep that in mind, man. It is not about leadership. It isn't about power. It's about responsibility. So when your family thinks of leadership, what do they think of you? This is a question. When your family thinks of leadership, do they think of you? I'll make sure I said that right. When your family thinks of leadership, do they think of you, or do they think of, you know, they pastor, or do they think of their granddaddy, or do they think of, you know, Papa as a leader, or they think of their uncle, you know, Uncle Michael, Uncle Leroy, or Uncle Junebug, whatever y'all call them, right? Do they think of them, or do they think of you when your family thinks of leadership? Because if they don't think of you when leadership pops up, then hey, some you doing that's off that you need to fix immediately, because they should be thinking of you 100%. Now, these are interesting statistics. About 60 to 65% of regular church attendees in the U.S. are women. Now, I gave a statistic last night on the show, the Eagle's Nest. I said that I felt like is the ratio in church now is like 80-20, like you got 80% women and 20% men in the church. That's what I personally feel like it is based on what I've seen, right? So about 60 to 65% of regular church attendees in the U.S. are women, while men are significantly underrepresented in many congregations. Studies also consistently find that when fathers actively practice their faith, their children are much more likely to remain active in church into adulthood. Example. You got to be the example, y'all. You cannot, fathers, listen, dads, you got to be the example. You got to be. If you are not the example, then they getting that from somewhere else. And when they get it from the wrong people, we all know what can happen. Now, I know we always say they can end up in gangs, but they ain't got to really end up in gangs. They can end up, you know, in some activity they don't need to be in. You know, like a psychic readings and all this other kinds of the crystals and all this other stuff that they got going on right now. If you are missing or you're not representing in church, this could happen. Why are men missing? We're going to get into this before the break. Why are men missing? So men are missing because I'm trying to find some, y'all. Hey, sorry, y'all. Just bear with me. Why are men missing? This is one of the biggest questions churches face today. Reason number one, no spiritual fathers. To all the leaders out there, all the pastors and, you know, prophets and all of that stuff like that, right? Know that you matter as a spiritual father, no matter what people say, no matter what people think, and no matter what they say, he a money pastor, he this and he that. You mean something. If there are no spiritual fathers, guess what? Men are going to be missing 100%. Many men never saw biblical masculinity. They always saw a woman as their leader, as their pastor. They never saw a man as being their leader, because the women always prayed. They always did, they always showed up. Men, Y'all got to show up. Hey, we'll be right back after the break, y'all.
Stats tell that each day, 22 veterans commit suicide due to PTSD. These stats shook us and urged us to do our part. After hours and hours of thinking, Beekeeping for Veterans was born. Beekeeping for Veterans combines beekeeping with mindfulness meditation. Why combine them? Here's why. Beekeeping causes positive rush of adrenaline while beekeeping. You have to be calm during it. You are mindful of your movements. Each week, a veteran will receive a mindful meditation to build emotional and mental skill sets. Mindfulness is a set of 3 attentional skills that work together: concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity, mental calmness, composure, evenness of temper. Every time mindfulness is practiced, we build these skills. Beekeeping for Veterans not only helps veterans overcome emotional trauma, but also aids our environment, as without bees, there is no food. Come forward. The people who have supported your country now need your support.
It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get thunderstruck aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133, where me and you name. We're here with Q Baker.
Yes,
we call
sir.
This the Q Baker conversation. Y'all see this guy, baby. So I kind of answered this question a little bit, and I know you kind of feel the same way. You think gambling has changed the way fans view, sports and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If it's rigged up, it doesn't seem like sincere or real or genuine.
Yeah. Now, what about the officials? I know you've seen some questionable calls from these officials that kind of make you be like, bro, you gonna do that right now? Right now. And that happened with Wemby. Yeah, for sure.
It also happened with Shay. I know a lot of people like to get on Shay for flopping or whatever.
Yeah.
But Wemby does the same thing, and he gets those calls. So, but I don't think that Wemby gets half the scrutiny that Shay does. For some reason, they love to pick on Shay, man. But it's all the same. They doing the same thing.
Yeah. You think about this, man. How many teams do you think really benefit from going deep in the playoffs from people cheating? Like, for me, I think if they really want a certain team to get that, I felt like, to me, this was the Knicks year. They had it set for them to win it. Just based on the games that I've seen, I'm just like, bro, they don't. I like basketball. You play basketball. I play basketball. Yeah. And as competitors, and we're not even pro, as competitors, if you see a deficit that big, like they made a historic comeback, 29 points, right? To win by 1. For me, as a professional player, it looked to me you laid down or you got paid to lay down.
Yeah.
It don't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? To nobody that I talk to.
When Wemby came down one play, I don't know why. It was at the end of the game. He's dribbling the ball about to cross half court. Then all of a sudden, I think it was Brunson that stole the ball.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm like, why didn't you give it to the point guard? Why are you How tall is Wemby?
7'3", I think.
7'3". Trying to bring the ball down, brother. That's not your job. It was kind of like, man, I knew it was going to happen. I was like, what is he doing? Why is he dribbling that ball? As soon as he did. And Wemby can dribble, but come on now. At the end of the game, you got to give it to the guard.
You got to give it to Aaron Fox, man. Let Fox beat that ball.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
You're funny,
they
boy.
They ripped the draws off him on that one. I said, good grace.
Yo, do you think, like, you know how we watch like social media and stuff like that, and you think like the clips that people play feel like the conspiracy theory side? I don't think it do, but I just think the clips that they're showing is actually what it is. You got caught cheating. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know
I agree with that.
Now, some people think that, hey, these clips, why they showing them? They show you the game from a flawed perspective. Y'all cheated. The refs cheated.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a bunch of plays where OKC, the man's foot was out of bounds.
Oh yeah. And they completely missed it.
And they looked the other way.
They looked the other way. Y'all just gonna just let them keep playing? Like what? We saw that. We watching the game too.
We watching the game too, dog.
Oh my God.
So some people's overall take. Now they can have the overall take that they want, but some people's overall take is like, it's just they're human. They're not perfect.
Right.
I get all that, but when I blatantly see stuff, like for example, you remember what's the guy's name? Draymond Green. They took Draymond Green out against LeBron and them.
Yeah.
You're talking about a 73-9 They down 3-1. They come back and beat them. I was like, yo, I'm a LeBron fan, right? But some stuff just don't look right, Doc.
Nope. It just be obvious stuff. Like, come on now. But you got those folks that are really that brainwashed to believe in everything that they see.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
and just
it's
the
like
same thing with women. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. I was about to say they will argue you down about how it is real and it can't be rigged, and that I'm like, these are professional athletes, like you said before. They are paid to play. They paid to make these shots to perfect their game, every single day.
Yeah, so, this ain't wrestling, bro. This ain't the WWE or whatever.
Yeah,
they have millions of dollars
to put that ball in the basket.
$100 million contracts, and you mean to tell me y'all can't keep hold a 29-point lead for one quarter?
That's what I told my cousin. I said that don't make no sense. Now ain't nobody off that much now. Come
nobody
on,
off, not at all.
And look, put me and you out there, Sean. Put us out there, bro. We could have brought them back at least half, about 15, down by 15 at that point. Come on now. Right, dang, we ain't no pros, but man, come on, man. We gonna make a shot or 2 or 3.
Come on. Now, this is the part of the show where the audience and us, this where we start to split a little bit.
Uh-oh.
MJ or LeBron?
Ooh. Ooh, the most controversial topic ever in sports, right?
Even the sports being rigged. This is the most controversial right here.
Yeah. My opinion, MJ is the GOAT.
Yeah.
As far as like personal accolades, I think LeBron is the GOAT for what he does, for the stats that he puts up and the numbers. But as far as like just single player, I mean, even championships with Michael Jordan, like that trumps him too. But he just had this killer instinct, this aura about him that was a little bit different. And then the era that he played in too was a little more physical.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was standing all of that and still came out with all them rings, man. So I respect LeBron, but I would have to put MJ as the GOAT.
So if we look at it from that perspective, because I had a conversation with a guy. He was like, "No, man, you got to look at Jordan. Look at the rings he got." I said, "We're gonna base it on rings. We got to look at Bill Russell. You got 11 or 12. You know what I'm saying?" So I said, "You can't look at it like that." Which MJ has a more killer instinct, period.
That's right, period.
But Kobe had that too.
He had that. Yes, sir.
He just because of Kobe and who he was and his attitude and how he played with teammates, he didn't get the respect like LeBron and MJ. Because if you look at it, you can easily stick Kobe in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Had a killer instinct, but the LeBron and the LeBron, you got one. I think you got 1 and 1A. That one did it in his era, his way, and the other one doing it in his era this way.
His way. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who you think had the greater impact on basketball? LeBron or MJ?
Oh man, MJ, no question. Because he carried off of the court because of his shoes alone. The fashion part of it, like we still wear Jordans to this day. Yep. I'm not sure if we can say the same for LeBron's shoes or his impact with clothing. Like, will we be wearing that 20, 30 years from now? I don't think so.
Nah.
But you never know. But
you never know.
MJ, it's no trumping that, man, to come out with shoe after shoe after shoe.
Yeah.
And for it to be pretty much no fails. Pretty much. When it comes to the stylistic part of it. Yeah, no.
But you know what? A lot of people forget this. A lot of people, they get on LeBron and they ride him, but they forget that MJ didn't win nothing until he got his squad with him. He didn't win until he got Kerr and Pippen and Robin and Legs and them guys like that. So they was like, well, LeBron, he couldn't win until he went to Miami with D Wade and them. Which
same thing, yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's the same exact thing. The only thing LeBron did was like he went there. He was a free agent. He could go where he wanted to, right? Now I think MJ's happened with just draft trade, however they did theirs. I don't know how they did it back then, but it's the same thing. Basically, he didn't win until he got his squad. LeBron ain't win until he got his squad. But Michael Jordan just has more of a, I would say, basketball presence. You know what I mean? Like when you think of basketball, you think of MJ. Now LeBron, that's my dog. Like he because he's 6'8", 6'9", can run the floor. From he's got the most points, most assists, all the stuff he has. But when you just think of basketball itself, you gotta think of MJ, bro.
You got to. And let me just add to that, Charles. I think that at the end of the game, who you gonna go to? If you need a killer, you need that 1 point, you need that one bucket. Who would you go to? Would you go to MJ or would you go to Jordan? And I think most people would say Jordan because he was a killer. He was an assassin. Same thing with Kobe.
Hit or miss.
That's why I got Kobe in the background right now. That's my personal favorite. But like MJ, man, definitely the GOAT. He had the same killer instinct, man.
Yeah.
That Kobe had. I think that's why they actually ended up being real good friends, man. They thought the same. And of course, Kobe tried to pattern himself after MJ, but that's another topic.
It didn't work too good. So we right up against the break, man. So when we get back out of the break, I want you to think about this. Now you can either look at LeBron or MJ. If you had to pick one player for Game 7, who you taking? We'll be right back after the break, y'all.
It's time for a Vacation and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts. Or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133. With me and you, Nate. Yeah. So we back at it. So before we went to the break, we was talking about purpose, right? So I kind of forgot where I left.
Let me drop one more on you, right? Because I was sharing with you why we don't share, right?
Yeah.
One of the things,
there you go. Yep, definitely.
One of the things I learned when I ended up going to TV broadcasting. Well, I went to radio broadcasting first, and then I went to TV broadcasting school. But in radio broadcasting, one of the things that they told us in the school is that you can take an interview of a person that you're interviewing and chop that interview up and make them sound like the worst person on the planet just by rearranging those clips, right?
Yep.
So what they call that is slander.
Wow.
So I'm like, how can I tell you what I'm dealing with in my deepest, darkest secrets?
Yeah. When
I'm afraid that not you're gonna judge me, but you might slander my name. You might take what I tell you about my experience and go tell other people about it.
Oh no, they're going to
slander.
They're going to do that for sure.
So why would I want to, again? So why would I even want to voice that? Why would that even come out of my mouth when I feel like that's gonna be like the end of all?
Yeah.
But that could be that community of people need to hear your story.
Yes.
That's what we know that.
Yeah.
But knowing makes no difference sometimes.
Yeah.
We know a lot of stuff, but knowing makes no difference. But if you know that, hey, I could share my story and I could help one person. Yeah. My story is not for the whole world, but I had to go to God to find out, am I cool? Because I want to educate the whole world. No, Farron, your story is for the people who are put in your path.
Yeah.
And you might be at a conference of 10,000 people, and one person might need to hear your message.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go show up? What if it's only 5 people at that event? Are you gonna go show up at that? Because there might be 1 out of 5 that needs to hear your talk.
Yeah.
It's the same energy. So when I got that for myself, like I said, okay, God, I got it. Now I got to do the work.
Yeah, you got to do the work.
Be the work. I got to be the work.
Yeah. And just like you were saying, man, like people are going to talk about you regardless, right? And like we was talking about, if a man's been molested, he's not going to share that.
Yeah.
He's going to hold that in. And I was watching a show and I forgot what it was, but the dude had this coach had molesting guys, right?
Yeah.
And he had videotapes of it.
Yeah.
And he found his tape. And he fought. He did not want to watch it. Yeah. He was just and by him thinking that, he was expressing anger.
Yeah.
Just all this anger was coming out. And then at the end, he ended up watching it, and it did happen to him.
Yeah.
And he kind of dealt with it better. And I guess that's kind of what you're saying. Like once you know what it is, you can identify it, then you can handle it better.
See, I didn't tell my mom what happened to me in that same conversation until I was 46 years old.
Okay.
And I had to go back and look at how did that affect me?
Yeah.
Right? Because it did.
For sure.
And it affected me in the military because I would wait. I wouldn't take my shower until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when there was nobody in the bathroom, in the shower, bro.
Why was that?
Huh?
Why was that?
Because of what happened to me as a child.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so that was how it affected me.
Wow. Ain't that something, man?
And I didn't tell my mom until I was in my 40s, bro. After I started this work of healing, it was right there, packed away.
Yeah.
And I went to my mom, and she was like, she wasn't surprised either.
Wow.
Because it was like, family members. She was like, "Oh, makes it." I'm like, "What?" But I'm a 46 at the time. I'm 46 now. When I'm sharing this, what happened at 5, 6 years old?
Yeah.
It's 40 years ago.
And that's so dangerous, right? Packing it in like that.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous part about it, because we think that it doesn't affect us.
Yes.
And it really does, in a way. Like now, when you talked about that at an older age, how did it impact you? Like, was it like a relief?
Oh, only because I had dealt with the I had peeled layers off before I got to that one.
Oh yeah.
So I had took responsibility of my past, own my past, own my decisions and the experiences. So I was able to, as I was peeling those layers, because that first layer that I had to get in that education was the suicide ideation. Yeah. Like my life was over, man. When I took that class, it was over. I was ready. I had the plan, the willingness. I had everything. I had all of it ready to go. But I held on to my youngest daughter, Deja. I knew I had mental toughness, and I knew I didn't want to do that. But it was that battle in my mind, like, but no, it's hope. Why bother, bro? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, right? That's what you think.
That's what I think. But I had my daughter, and I'm like, I can't do that to her. So I battled, and that's what kept me, from doing that.
Yeah. So you said it was 16 years. What year do you think, 5, 6, 7, when you really felt like you had it under control? Like, the suicidal thoughts and the, you know what I mean? Like when it just,
I won't even say it's under control right now.
Okay.
I will say that at 40 years old, turning 40, there was this blink in my mind that said there's got to be something better than this.
Yeah.
And biblically 40 years is a generational change.
Yeah.
So I was into that 40-year-old phase of life. And, like I said, those prayers got answered. I got in that education. So from 40, and I'm 56 now. So 16 years, I've been in personal development. I've done cognitive behavior. I've done listening skills. I've done grief classes. I've been in the Word 6 of those 16 years.
Yeah.
I've done recently grief support group. And so applying all that to my life in that conscious mind, the conscience mind is the middle mind, right? Where our morals, right? So that's where the information, that's where the word of God is getting into. That's where, when you take therapy, it's getting into that part of the mind of your right or wrongs, good or bads, all those opinions that lives in that middle mind right there.
Right.
So when you start to filter that out with more truths, with your truths, not the stories of the truth.
Right.
It there's a shift. They call that where transformation lives. And so I applied all those things, man. And I had to challenge the first 40 years of my life is what I did.
Wow.
So I went back all the way from 40 and my memory goes back to a 2-year-old decision that I made about my mom and my grandmother.
Wow.
And inside of that 2 to 40, 12 decisions total.
Wow.
And I've been peeling off each one of them. That's why I said it ain't completely over, but I'm definitely I'm on the other side of it right now.
Yeah, so people got to understand it's work.
Oh, it's work.
It's work.
It's work.
If you got to pull off different layers like that, and it's not easy layers, it's hard layers. No. You know what I mean? You got to get inside and pull out all that old stuff. It's just like taking like a like a snake, and you put it down into the plumbing,
exactly.
All that stuff out. That's kind of what it's like, and you got to keep doing it over and over and over.
Yeah,
wow.
And the biggest part of that was at that blink that I heard, the willingness. See, people not willing to do the work.
Yeah,
it's conceptual. Oh, that sounds good for him. Oh, that sounds good for him. I can't do that. Are you willing though?
Yeah.
You're willing to do the work and just take, because once you find that one, I found 12, but it was the first one that I found that opened up the door to look at the rest of my life. Because if I made that story up that my life was over because my military career came to an end, well, what else did I make up?
Right.
Then I was willing to look. So I looked all the way back down 40, and I found 2-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 8-year-old, 11-year-old, 14-year-old, 17-year-old, 23-year-old, 36-year-old, and 40-year-old decisions.
Wow.
And I had to go and take responsibility because I made all that up.
Wow.
I made it up. It was my truth, but it wasn't the truth.
Yeah. So as a male, when you go through those different layers like that, how does it affect relationships and stuff like that?
Buddy, let me tell you, after I went back and I started to discover those relationships that I sabotaged, I called ex-girlfriends. I got 2 failed marriages. So I called people in my life asking for forgiveness, man.
Yeah.
I took responsibility, like that was me. That was me. And so by being able to be willing to do that and call people in my life for forgiveness, not apologizing, but forgiveness, because I'm changing my behavior.
Yeah.
Right. So by asking for forgiveness, again, yes, it's for them, but it's for us first.
Yeah.
So that I took responsibility. And of course I got mixed. What are you calling me for? Don't call me again. Yeah, I knew you was crazy. Like I got all of that. I got all of it. But the freedom. That's why forgiveness is so powerful, because there's freedom on the other side of it, man.
Yeah.
Self-forgiveness.
Now, through in that process, I already know there was some distractions, and it was the enemy was the devil was coming at you with everything he had.
Everything.
And the fact that you're still here, it says that you were willing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you made the point that people got to be willing.
Yes.
You got to be willing to pull them layers off. If you're not willing to pull those layers off, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, man.
I hate to say it. You know, I know people say, well, you pray and you seek the Lord. Yeah, but you still got to do something.
It's action. It's all actions. Action. Action. Hope is an action. Prayer is an action. Faith is an action word. Those are action words. The Bible, the biblical principles, you have to. That's what I tell people. A hammer. You look at a hammer in a toolbox. We know the hammer is powerful because it's a hammer.
Yeah,
you don't experience it until you actually pick it up and it's used by you.
Yeah.
The hammer has to be used by us to experience the power.
Yeah.
That's all therapy is. That's all the Bible principles are.
Yeah.
That's all kinds of behavior. You got to take those curriculums, those education, and apply it to your life. It's not conceptual.
Yeah.
When you apply it to your life, you're not going to be the same person. The more that you practice applying those principles and those tools, you're not going to be the same person.
And some people, like you said, it's too hard. They'd rather stay in this stuck place rather than just like, you know what? I know I need help.
Yes.
I know something a little off with me. And then it's just something that's just a little bit off. But you know, I'm good with that. That's just how God made me.
Yes.
They'll use that one in a heartbeat. But that's not how he wants you to live in torment all the time. It's just, it's just different, man. Some people, you look at it from a different perspective than what other people have looked at it. I've been watching, following and watching your shows and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I think the enemy was fighting so hard for us to get on here, because he already knew the power of agreement.
Exactly.
It's gonna, people watching this show that can really, really get free from what you're talking about.
As men and women, we're not exempt. Men and women aren't exempt. We suffer in silence. We suffer in silence. And what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? And it's something. And so you got to find somebody you have confidence. I don't even like the word trust anymore, because the word says trust in the Lord, have confidence in man.
Yeah.
So I'm not even supposed to put my trust in you. I don't trust myself 100%. So why would I trust you 100% when I don't trust myself? Right. So you got to, again, the word says love God with your heart, soul, mind, body, and love your neighbor with the same measure that you love yourself. Yeah. So guess what? I just been measuring my own self first, man.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Hey,
so when I measure me, okay,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying when I measure myself, then I can see how much I could give away to you. I can't give you 100% if I don't have. I can't give that. So I got to measure myself first.
Exactly. Hey, we'll finish this up right after the break, y'all.
Oh yeah.
It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. You're giving veterans a voice today. Powered by WorkSimple, where we simplify your mission.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at mbradio.us.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133, where men unite. Thank y'all for joining the show tonight. Tonight, we're talking about men in ministry, the crisis nobody wants to talk about. I mean, I gave some stuff tonight for y'all to really think about. You got to really think about what I gave you. Like King David, before I went to break, we were talking about King David. He was a great king. Yet his failures at home had lasting consequences. So leadership starts at the crib, y'all. It starts at home, for sure. Raising kingdom men, older men, the dudes in the church, the elders, the deacons, the ones that, people, the ones that they overlook you. You sit in the corner, you quiet, and, one that comes to mind is Mr. Wilbert. Y'all don't know Mr. Wilbert, but Mr. Wilbert, you matter. You're an older man, you matter. I'm telling you. Older men in the church, you matter, right? So I'm just saying, like, just because you're older and we're shifting into like another generation of church, you still matter. Don't let folk trick you and think you don't matter, because you 100% do matter. That's a fact, right? So Titus 2, older men should teach younger men, right? Go and read it. It talks about how they supposed to teach. Basically, you got to pass the knowledge down to the younger men, because they don't know. They don't have a clue what's going on. They think they know everything, but they really don't know nothing. Hate to say it like that, they don't know nothing. They don't. So mentorship. Paul had Timothy. Moses had Joshua. Elijah had Elisha. Jesus had 12. Who are you pouring into? So we got all this word in us, men of God. We got all this word and all this prayer and all these ideas and all these great things we want to do for the kingdom. But who are we pouring it into? Are we pouring it into the young people? Or what are we doing? Putting it up on the shelf, so-called for the right time? Who are we pouring into? This really matters. Women too. I know this man talking, I'm talking about men. Women, y'all got all this word in y'all. Who y'all pouring into? For real, y'all gotta, we gotta look at this, man. Challenge men. We gotta challenge men. Pastors, and I know a lot of y'all do, we got to challenge men. We got to stop entertaining men. They need to be challenged. We got to start equipping them to be able to pray in their house. We got to put them in uncomfortable positions where, hey, I need you to get up here and pray, or either start them in like the men's fellowship, different things like that, where they can pray in front of the men first and get comfortable with doing, or Sunday schools, stuff like that. You gotta start equipping them. We gotta stop entertaining. We gotta stop doing all the hollering and all that. That's good. Fine. They entertain. They jump up and they happy. We gotta start equipping them to be leaders of their homes. For real. We gotta stop doing that. Real growth happens through responsibility. If they're responsible, if you give them responsibility, they're going to be responsible. Again, I believe in y'all. I know y'all can do it. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all can do it. Because they give you a job for you to be responsible. You get up every morning and stay early in the morning and stay super late because you're responsible. You have a responsibility. That's my job. That's my responsibility to get up early and stay there late. I can't leave my job like that. But guess what? You can't leave your family like that either. I'm just saying. You can work, 20, 30 hours of overtime a week, but you can't pray for like 2 minutes. over your wife and kids. We got to fix that, y'all. That's something that structure's off. We got to fix that, right? What would happen if every Christian man discipled a younger man? Well, we have, like, it would be so, Joe, the churches would be full, because one thing I do know about young people, when you tell them something good, they're going to go and they're going to spread the word. Amen. Say, like, for example, man, especially if they play basketball, right? Hey, man, check this out, man. There's a court down there off so-and-so. No, we gotta go up there and play. Them boys be up there balling. I'm telling you, every day they up there balling. So if we disciple them the right way and just into the, in church and be like, and they go to the church, we're like, yo, bro, you gotta come check out this church. It's crazy. You gotta come check it out. For real. It's no joke. Come check it out. They're gonna just hide them, right? These are 5 practical steps that can help, right? Before I get out of here, 5 practical steps. Number 1, pray daily. Pray daily. Pray daily is the first one. Even if it's 5 minutes, I'm gonna say, hey, 2-3 minutes. If you ain't used to doing it, I mean, hey, you can go for 5 minutes, but I'm just saying, just start with 2-3 minutes, Number 2, read scripture every day. Consistency beats intensity. So if you're consistent and you read in, let's say you want to read the Bible in like a year, and you read, you're consistent about doing a certain amount every day, you're going to be good to go. Number 3, find accountability. No man wins alone. You got to have somebody that's going to be behind you, that's going to make sure if they see you getting off, they'll nudge you back to the left. If you're getting off to the left, they back to the right, to keep you lined up. You know what I mean? You got to find accountability in somebody, right? Hey, serve somewhere. If you come into the church every Sunday, you sitting at the back with your arms across the thing like this, you just chilling, got one kid under this arm, one on the other arm, and your wife running around doing 3-4 different things, and you just sitting in the back chilling. Serve somewhere in church, y'all. God developed service before leaders. You got to be able to serve it first before I can be charged over all that. But you ain't never served on it, so you don't know what it takes. You don't know the pressure. You don't know the warfare that comes with doing all that. So you can't say where you can lead with this, and you ain't never done it. So the best thing to do is serve first, then work your way into leadership. Number 5, lead at home first. You're talking about you can lead them in the church, and you can do all this and that, and you can't lead your living room. You're going to struggle handling a congregation. If you can't handle your wife and your 2 or 3 kids, or even 1 kid in the living room, bruh, listen, a congregation going to run through you. Boy, they're going to stiff arm you right on out the way. Like, boy, get out of here. Straight up. Stop playing with me. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, Pastor. I'm just telling y'all how it's going to go. So y'all got to learn, before you can jump in the lead, you got to serve. Then you got to lead at home first. You got to lead at home, y'all, for real. For real. This is the final challenge. Imagine every father praying over his children, every husband leading devotion, every young man mentoring another young man, every church full of spiritually mature men. Neighborhoods would change, schools would change, families would change, communities would change. Kingdom advances when ordinary men faithfully answer God's call. Just answer the call, y'all. Stop playing. Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Thank y'all for tuning in to Man Talk 133, where men unite. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Check out all my platforms. Facebook, Us Talking. Instagram, Man Talk 133. YouTube, Man Talk 133. iHeart, Man Talk 133. Pandora, Man Talk 133. Spotify, Man Talk 133. Apple, Man Talk 133. Amazon, Man Talk 133. Player FM, all Man Talk 133. Everything is Man Talk 133 except for Facebook. That's Us Talking. Outside of that, hey, you can find it. Just type it in. Man Talk 133, like it's spelled behind me. You can find all our platforms, and I really appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Hey, until next time, man. Hey, men, y'all got this. Y'all got it. I'm telling you, you got it. You just got to be faithful. You got to be committed. You got to be the triple D's: dedicated, disciplined, and determined. So until next time, y'all, thanks for joining Man Talk 133. Next time.
Hi, I'm Beaker with Military Broadcast Radio TV. We're your virtual MWR, bringing veterans radio, podcasts, gaming, animation, 3D printing, and a community that never leaves you behind. Download our Roku or mobile app today.
Wisdom to share if you listen this week, so pull up a chair and stay for a spell. We're headed down a trail where good stories